Welcome, everyone, and Happy New Year. My name is Evita, and I'm the registered dietitian and senior marketing content manager at That Clean Life. And my awesome co host is Tabitha, our associate product manager. I love starting the year off with all of you. This is always just a wonderful network of forward thinking health and nutrition and wellness professionals. So, please connect with each other here and in our community if you're not already part of it. In this class, we're diving into the biggest nutrition shifts of 2025. But before we get to that, I'd love to know again who is here today. So open up that chat box and say hello. And let us know in the chat. So I'm switching it up a little bit. I want to know what's one nutrition or health trend that you expect to see in 2025? So something that you've maybe seen on the move in 2024 and you're expecting to see blow up a little bit more in 2025, or something, brand new that you're thinking will show up a little bit more. I'd love to hear from you. And we're just so happy to spend this time with all of you. Tabitha and I have worked with thousands of practitioners over the years, and we know how important it is to stay ahead in the ever-changing world of nutrition and wellness. So really excited to see this. Samantha says big movement on people getting off alcohol. Absolutely, like sobriety and moving away from alcohol definitely is a big shift that we're seeing. A focus on health span versus lifespan by
I
Eliza.
love that.
Yes, I absolutely love that. Or hormone balancing, more focused on prevention and food and lifestyle to heal the mitochondria, cooking more at home given increased restaurant prices. Yes, accessibility definitely is a big one that's really shifting in our nutrition space. So lots of great thoughts in here, anti-inflammatory. Thank you so much and keep those rolling as we go through this class today. If there's ones that surprise you, if there's ones that you maybe saw like that seems reasonable, let us know in the chat. We'd love to keep the communication going. We're really excited to cover this topic today on why staying ahead of trends matters to elevate your practice and better support clients. We're going to go over 8 innovations and trends shaping the future of dietary practices, wellness strategies, and nutritional science. And throughout this class, we will show you how to action on these insights with strategies to incorporate these emerging trends into your practice, helping your clients achieve their health goals and positioning yourself as a leader in the field. So that's our agenda for today, 3 big things, and we're going to dive into it right away. So Tabitha, why don't you kick us off with item number 1 on our agenda?
Yeah, let's do it. We've got a lot here to cover today. So in the fast-paced world of health and nutrition, staying ahead of emerging trends, it's really not just an option, it is a necessity. For nutrition professionals, keeping abreast of the latest research and innovations allows you to provide the most effective and up-to-date care for your clients and communities. So here's why staying ahead matters. It empowers an evidence-based practice. Nutrition science is constantly evolving, with new research uncovering the intricate relationships between diet, health, and disease prevention. And professionals who stay informed about the latest trends and studies can integrate this knowledge into their practice, ensuring that their advice is grounded in the most current evidence. Also, anticipating and meeting consumer demands. Our clients today truly are more health conscious and informed than ever before. They actively seek out products, nutrition plans, and advice tailored to their specific needs, from personalized nutrition plans to sustainable food choices. So by understanding these trends, you can align your offerings with your consumer expectations and build that trust. So the third reason is advocating for public health. Nutrition trends, nutrition trends often reflect basically a larger societal issues, such as accessibility to healthy food, sustainability, or managing chronic diseases. So being aware of these shifts equips you to advocate for policies and programs that address these challenges and improve overall health outcomes. Number 4 is building credibility and professional growth. Clients peers, and the broader community look to nutrition professionals. They look to you as trusted sources of knowledge. Staying informed and adaptable not only builds credibility, but also enhances career opportunities in an ever-changing field. And lastly, number 5, preparing for tomorrow's challenges. From the integration of AI in personalized nutrition to the increasing focus on gut health and the microbiome, you must be prepared for the innovations and challenges of the future. Staying ahead ensures readiness to tackle these changes head on and guide others through them. So ultimately, staying at the forefront of nutrition trends empowers professionals like you to make a meaningful impact, shaping a healthier and more informed society. Okay, now that we've got that established, that foundation laid, let's get to the trends. The Kerry Health and Nutrition Institute, KHNI, has released its key health and nutrition trends for 2025, offering a blueprint for the future of food and beverage innovation. Here's what health professionals need to know about these transformative developments. Starting with personalized nutrition. We have said this from day one here at That Clean Life, and it's only gotten more prevalent as the years have gone on. We know our clients have unique physiological needs based on factors like age, gender, life stage, such as pregnancy, menopause, etc. So with the rise of targeted nutrition, personalized solutions are set to revolutionize how individuals meet their specific nutritional requirements. So for 2025, consumers are looking to proactively choose foods that support their distinct nutritional and health needs. This means gathering the right insights on your client before you create their nutrition plan or provide any guidance. So putting this into practice means you'll need to conduct a nutrition planning assessment that will help you gather the right data to inform your nutrition plan. Your nutrition planning assessment will help you get to know your client, their history, and their current problems, assess not only their health, but their lifestyle and their relationship with food. It really is all encompassing. And it will help you understand the client's goals and expectation when it comes to working with you. Let me just grab a link here in case QR codes don't work for you, because I know some of you are probably saying, okay, so what question should I ask my client during the nutrition assessment? Well, we've got great news. We've put together a nutrition planning assessment tool that you can find at the link I just posted in the chat. You can also scan this QR code, and it will access it right away if that's helpful for you. If you're already a Practice Better user, this is already inside of the software for you, so you can access it as a form. It's already set up as a form for you. And the other piece of providing personalized nutrition in 2025 involves using wearable health tech to incorporate real-time data tracking into your recommendations. So that's where your EHR becomes a powerful tool as well. Does anyone here kind of like live and die by their Aura ring or their Garmin or their, yeah, I got Avita hooked on a Garmin early on. She's a fantastic runner. So I was like, you need this. I'm just like a slow, lowly runner over here. And we are both like so hooked on our Garmin data. So I really love and understand this at a visceral level about how data plays into that personalization. Yeah, Garmin is life. I get it, Amy. Um, so that Clean Life is fully integrated with Practice Better, the leading all-in-one practice management platform. Using these software options, you can offer automatic journaling with Apple, Fitbit, Garmin, and Aura wearables. Clients can also log the meals in their food and mood journal to track their nutritional intake and feelings. This gives you, the practitioner, better visibility into your client's nutritional intake. It also helps your client track their intake and connect what they eat to how they feel. We all know that is huge. Data collection, I think, is really going to be key in 2025 to enable dynamic, real-time insights to offer more effective support. Okay, Evita, enough on me. Let's head over to you for the second trend.
I love that Nicole just said, if you aren't a part of Practice Better, definitely join. It's tripled my income in a few months. Plus, I have more time for family. I love that, Nicole. We love those shameless plugs in there.
Love
Yeah,
these.
can't stress enough the integration between Practice Better and That Clean Life has really made health professionals' practice so much more powerful and freeing up time. And then with that wearable health integrations and those sorts of things, like having more data on your side, like Tabitha said, is just going to make your the guidance that you give much more personalized and much more effective. All right, let's head to trend number two. Someone already mentioned this in the chat earlier, which is accessible nutrition. So costs are going up, and how do we still provide healthy foods that are accessible and bridging that gap. So technology is changing our nutrition landscape. Lots of exciting stuff there. Let us know in the chat too, who is planning to incorporate more biological data in their nutrition guidance in 2025, because this can be through test kits or wearable health tech. I'd love to know that before we jump into accessible nutrition. Um, Karen says like, are you like they want to integrate with Android? So that's totally possible. Doesn't need to just be Apple. Palma says using FM lab testing. Amy's using wearables, CGMs. Amazing. So lots of stuff that's changing here. And whatever we're doing, whether it's lab testing or however we're offering more integrations, we need to also make sure that what we're doing is accessible. So I think this can be part of personalized nutrition. I think they just go hand in hand. Whatever plan you create or the guidance that you share, it needs to be accessible for your clients in order for them to implement it. Accessible nutrition, think of it as like breaking down barriers, ensuring that everyone, no matter your client's income, location, or background, can still achieve a nutritious, affordable, and culturally appropriate diet. So Tabitha mentioned that nutrition planning assessment. That's your first step. You should be using that, whatever you're doing. Then from that, that's where you're going to get that information about your client's budget, the ingredients that they can access, and their cultural background. So putting it into practice becomes easier when you're armed with this information, plus when you have nutrition planning software like That Clean Life. So using That Clean Life, for example, you can filter based on time and number of ingredients, the exact accessible nutrient-dense ingredients that your clients have access to. Like here, I'm looking for 30-minute recipes using less than 8 ingredients and specifically using chickpeas and spinach, because that's something that my client has access to. And then you can filter even further by cultural cuisine. So here I'm filtering for Asian-inspired recipes, and by nutrition information to get really specific on your client's personalized needs. So over at That Clean Life, we have over 100 ways to filter recipes. Tabitha is going to drop the link in the chat if you want to see all of our filter options. But using those filters, that's where you're going to make your clients' options and their nutrition plans just very specific, clear, personalized, and accessible. Because healthy, nutrient-dense foods should be affordable for all income levels, ensuring that economic barriers do not prevent people from maintaining a nutritious diet. So finding out what is healthy and accessible for your clients and then including that in their plan, while getting clear on their cultural cuisine, maybe even things like cooking equipment, like what they have access to, whether that's like an air fryer or stovetop or an oven. They would want to just use one pan. We've even got like meal prep easy plans, smoothies, things like that. So making it really approachable. And as you build out your client's plan, a grocery list is automatically generated in That Clean Life. So what you want to do here now is a double check. You're going to make sure this list should be minimal and accessible. By keeping the grocery list short, you will reduce both the amount of time your client needs to spend shopping and the money they need to spend on food. So if you're saying like, buy a box of strawberries, you want to make sure they use the whole box. You've got enough recipes in there for that. Because what happens too with a lot of us when we're nutrition planning, we want so much variety. So we've got this long grocery list and now you've got just ingredients sitting around in someone's house going bad. Also food waste. We want to avoid that. We don't want to have that. But also then saving on that budget. So accessible ingredients and using all of it. So as a result, when you're focusing on all of this, your client will feel listened to you, by you, their practitioner, and much more likely to follow their plan. And if you can, use leftovers on your meal plan. So if your clients are good with leftovers, have that on your plan, because most clients don't want to cook something new for every meal. I know I don't, and cook every single day. So this is an example of a 15 ingredient program that we have. Anything grayed out as a leftover. So we're really utilizing leftovers, but We've got 15 ingredients used in a variety of ways, keeping things like fun and inspiring as well. And that's the fun part about That Clean Life. Like you can, I don't know, filter down for recipes that use an apple and you'd find like just hundreds of ways to do that. So, if you're asking your client to buy a bag of apples, then you can give them That Clean Life recipes that use an entire bag in fun and inspiring ways that are also delicious. And then they also don't feel constrained like, oh, I got these accessible ingredients, but I'm only just eating straight apples and eggs. It's just you can do fun, creative ways with that too. Super simple there. All right, that's accessible nutrition. I'd love to jump into the third key trend. So that's a continued shift in weight and blood sugar management. We've got some folks who are using CGMs now. So I think this will hopefully tie in with a trend that you're seeing in your practice and maybe give you a little bit more insight into what's going to happen for 2025. So we know we have a rise of GLP-1 receptor agonist drugs. These are reshaping dietary habits and obesity management. So while weight loss is still the primary effect of these drugs, nutritional deficiency is a key risk. We need to make sure that we're aware of that. And this impacts a wide array of functions, such as energy, metabolism, immunity, cognition, and long-term bone and muscle health. So we're putting on a nutrition hat and we're realizing these drugs, they have some positive effects, but they also got those negative effects that we as nutritional professionals are going to be key in providing the right advice to actually make these drugs effective and prevent deficiencies. So when you, the health and nutrition professional, enter the picture, patients realize that GLP-1s aren't just like a miracle drug, and there are other essential aspects to optimizing health and weight management. So what does that mean for your practice? What do you need to watch out for with your clients in 2025? As adding GLP-1 medications to someone's routine reduces their overall desire to eat, it's critical to focus on nutrient-dense foods in the diet to help clients obtain the essential nutrients they need while having that caloric deficit. Starting with a balance of fiber and carbohydrates. Much like you would encourage any client wanting to improve their health, those using GLP-1s should be counseled to prioritize high fiber foods and ideally low net carb foods to support healthy blood sugar levels and satiety. And That Clean Life makes this really easy with our net carbs filter. If anyone is already a That Clean Life user, this is a new filter, so please go check it out. It's very cool. So it means that it's no math for you as a practitioner. You can easily filter by net carbs and quickly have recipes individualized to your client's needs. Next, you want to filter by protein for promoting fullness and preserving lean muscle mass while losing fat. And then you're going to pay extra attention to nutrients like iron, calcium, vitamin D, and the B vitamins. Finally, hydration is key, especially when GLP-1s slow gastric emptying and have a tendency to cause constipation. So when you're maintaining your client's fiber intake with recipes, you can find creative ways to also increase their fluids, like filtering for smoothie recipes with a certain net carb or fiber goal. I think it's just there's so many ways that you can support your clients with who are taking GLP-1s or preparing for weight loss, blood sugar management. Let us know in the chat as well. How many of you have clients on GLP-1s, or maybe they're thinking about it or using CGMs and you're trying to optimize your weight and blood sugar management with your clients. I'd love to see who all is in the room over there. Okay, back to you, Tabitha, for number 4 on the list.
Also, we do have a great replay that Avita hosted last year with a panelist of practitioners who are really well versed in seeing clients with GLP-1. So if that interests you, reach out to the email address at the end of this presentation, hello@thatcleanlife.com, and we can get you that replay, because I learned so much from that, and the individuals we interviewed were awesome. Okay, I digress. Number 4, healthy aging and longevity. So with aging populations on the rise, a keen interest in healthy aging and longevity is getting quite popular. Let's be honest, who here saw the latest Netflix documentary exploring someone's quest to live forever? While we won't go that far, we know that nutrition plays at least a pivotal role in ensuring older adults live well. You as the nutrition professional will use your nutrition assessment plus any anthropometric I can never say that word, data and lab results to really understand how your client's age impacts their nutrition status, nutrient needs, and their appetite. This is where personalized aging really matters. Some nutrients you will want to pay attention to is adequate protein intake for preserving muscle mass and strength. Nutrients like vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids support muscle function and reduce the risk of sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss. Joint health. Think of omega-3 fatty acids to maintain joint flexibility and reduce inflammation. Antioxidants from fruits and vegetables to protect joint tissues. And creating a plan that's rich in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats such as fish and nuts to support heart health. Adding fiber, potassium, and omega-3s to help manage blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Cognitive health, so ensuring your plan has polyphenols, antioxidants like vitamin C, E, and B vitamins are crucial for brain health. These nutrients they protect against cognitive decline and support brain function. And immune health, so vitamins A, C, D, and E alongside zinc and selenium are essential for a strong immune system. This sounds like a lot to consider, and we know that you all know this, but the whole point of laying this out is to let you know that at That Clean Life, we make it easy for you to find the right done for you plan to meet your client's exact needs. So I'd really love to dive in and show you a little bit more about that. We have over 150 evidence-based plans called templates. And we just added a new feature to make it even easier to find the right templates for your clients with the template keyword search feature. So if you're already using That Clean Life, this is live now. How about a sneak peek into all these new features you didn't even know you were getting today? Now you can search for templates using specific keywords to quickly locate the best options for your client's needs. Let's see this in action. So say you need templates focused on immunity, like boosting their immunity. You can input immune, just like is seen in the screenshot here. And then you can combine keywords and tags to narrow down your results even further. For example, let's add protein and cardiovascular. This tool simplifies your workflow, saving you time while ensuring you always deliver the most relevant and effective meal plans for your clients. It's searching the overview, the evidence in there to ensure that it's curating all of the things that you need to search for to find exactly what you need. I will place just our templates URL here. So you can also peruse the templates if you're not yet a That Clean Life subscriber to see what templates we have available when we say over 150. All right, number 5. Who saw this one coming? I know people did in the chat. I saw that in the chat. Exploring the microbiome further. I'm not sure we'll ever know the microbiome fully. It's kind of like the Marianas Trench. Like it's just so deep and barren in there. But let us know in the chat if you saw this coming. I know a couple of you mentioned, but there's been so many more who have joined since the beginning. So we all know the microbiome with its trillions of tiny organisms is transforming our understanding of gut health and how it influences everything from immunity to mental well-being. Gut health is emerging as a cornerstone of overall well-being, so it's no surprise to us that it made the list. Research is showing benefits for microbes on immune health, metabolic health, mental health, skin health, vaginal health, and more. There are 2 key changes to how we think about microbiome, which will take the focus in 2025, according to this report. The first is a growing interest in postbiotics. These are preparations of non-living microorganisms or their components. Research shows that postbiotics can enhance gut barrier function, reduce inflammation, and support immune health, which is linked to potential solutions for conditions like IBS and metabolic disorders. And the second area of interest building on postbiotics is the gut-brain axis. Changes in the gut microbiome and its metabolic activity are associated with many neurological disorders, such as brain function, neuronal development, stress, anxiety, mental state, and emotional regulation. To rebalance a disturbed gut microbiome, personalized recommendations of the microbiome modulators, diet, probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics can be implemented. Foods that may help increase postbiotics in your gut include, fermentation, fermented sauerkraut, buttermilk, cottage cheese, high fiber foods like oats, flaxseed, seaweed, and garlic, fermented pickles, kefir, kimchi, kombucha, miso soup, sourdough bread, tempeh, and yogurt. And the great news is that you can filter for recipes within That Clean Life that contain these ingredients to help introduce these slowly into your client's diet. We don't want to hit them with all the fermentation bombs or completely revamp their diet, but you can add a small item here, a small item there, until you're slowly building up both their tolerance and exposure to foods like this, because we want to meet our clients where we're at, right? Where they're at, sorry, where they're at, not where we're at, where they're at. You can also filter our templates using the keyword search we mentioned just earlier to find gut health friendly options. I really love how far and deep this new keyword search goes. Avita has worked so hard to build most of these templates, and I think a lot of them were overlooked because we didn't have this capacity to search so aggressively and so specifically into the template. So I really hope that everyone finds value in this feature. Okay, Avita, back to you.
I'm obsessed with this feature. Tabitha helped to really build this keyword search feature. So thanks for Tabitha's hard work there as well. I forgot to mention this call is being recorded. So if anyone has to hop out at any moment or you need to go back and rewatch some parts, this call is being recorded. You will be sent the replay after. And if there's any questions that we are missing in the chat right now, use the Q&A box and we will get to those at the very end. So please know we're not ignoring your questions in the chat. We're just trying to get through this class and make sure we get through all of these key trends, and then we'll get to those questions right at the end. So please use the Q&A box. All right, on to number 6 key trend. I love the advances and connections we're making with gut health to every other part of our health. And that, Tabitha, you mentioned this also plays into vaginal health, which I think is so cool. And coming in at number 6 is women's health specific nutrition. About time for this one, right, folks? Women's health encompasses the distinct physiological and nutritional needs throughout different life stages like adolescence, reproductive age, pregnancy, lactation, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause. So awareness of these unique nutritional needs is growing, yay for us, and women increasingly use technology to track their diet, menstrual cycles, and lifestyle choices, which is also going to really play into your guidance that you give. So thinking about that wearable health tech, using menstrual tracking to really provide personalized nutrition guidance around this. Expanding our understanding of the physiological differences between sexes will clarify how nutrition impacts women's health across the lifespan. And this presents opportunities for food and nutrition innovation tailored to women's health. So we know each stage demands tailored nutritional strategies to support overall well-being. Tabitha mentioned our database of over 150 templates. While many of those are created to support women's health-specific nutrition, and so that keyword search is going to be really important here. So for example, fertility and hormone balance can be supported through a varied healthy diet. We actually have nutrition plans for each phase of the menstrual cycle. So ovulation, menstruation, the luteal phase and follicular phase, we've got all of that in there. Pregnancy and lactation requires careful attention to nutrition. We know that, particularly folic acid, choline, iron, and calcium, and omega-3s for healthy fetal development and overall maternal health. And then menopause marks a transformative phase in a woman's life, often spanning over decades, characterized by a decline in estrogen, which affects the cardiovascular, skeletal, and neuroendocrine systems, and nutrition plays a crucial role in managing symptoms over there. So the focus on addressing female-specific nutritional needs continues to grow, and we're really happy to see it. And I really wanted to emphasize how important creating a specific nutrition plan to your clients' nutrition needs at the phase of life that they're in, but then also leaning on those things like wearable health tech, blood works. A lot of you are doing lab testing. You're doing the blood sugar management, recording with the CGMs. And so with all of those combined together, that's when you're going to really provide those personalized plans based on nutritional needs. So filtering by nutrients and by that accessibility as well. So it all ties in over there. All right, number 7 and 8, these kind of go hand in hand. You've seen these talked about more so in the last year, so we're just building on that conversation and action in 2025. So number 7 is salt and sugar reduction, and number 8 is a shift away from processed foods. Excessive salt and sugar intake remain global health challenges, according to the World Health Organization. Most countries globally exceed the recommended limit of salt per day. An estimated 1.89 million diet-related deaths each year are associated with excessive sodium intake. So this excessive intake is a major contributor to the global burden of hypertension and cardiovascular diseases. Therefore, sodium reduction is kind of one of the most cost-effective ways to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, and it could save an estimated 7 million lives globally by 2030. So for 2025, the plan is to continue to prioritize sodium reduction strategies to combat hypertension and cardiovascular disease, as well as sugar alternatives and reformulated products that retain flavor while reducing health risks. And overall, consumers are just seeking less processed foods, which are still accessible. So cleaner labels, transparent sourcing, and nutrient-rich options that align with health and sustainability goals. You can use That Clean Life to find these options quite easily, which aligns with your goals as the nutrition professional and your clients' taste preferences. For example, you can find delicious sugar-free recipes using unprocessed ingredients by adding the tags sugar-free and unprocessed, with a sodium limit by filtering through nutrition. So really easy to implement these trends of sodium reduction, sugar alternatives, and minimally processed foods using That Clean Life. Okay, we covered quite a bit in this short time. So within 30 minutes, we covered why staying ahead of trends matters, 8 health and nutrition trends to watch for in 2025, and how to use That Clean Life and practice better to implement these insights. If you are already a member of That Clean Life, you're all set to start building nutrition plans that support your evidence-based practice and keep you at the forefront of your clients' needs and the industry. If you are not yet a member of That Clean Life, I'll just give you a quick rundown of our subscription options. We have 2 monthly plans, our $30 a month starter plan. This is great for practitioners who are just starting out, those who work part-time, or those who want access to a more streamlined feature set. And then our $60 per month plus plan gives you full access to everything in the platform. And we have a yearly membership, which is $600 per year. It saves you $120 compared to paying monthly. If you have questions about which plan might be the right fit for you, or questions about our features, filters, templates, the GLP-1 call, stick around with us for our Q&A, or if you have to leave, you can always email us at hello@thatcleanlife.com. I'm standing by ready to help guide you through figuring out if That Clean Life is the right fit for your niche, for your client population, for what you're trying to achieve with your clients, and how you're trying to personalize your plans. I can always guide you through in finding the right option for you. And we know how important having the right software is to help you succeed with your clients and in your business, because 2025 really promises a transformative era in nutrition. I'm so stoked for this. It's driven by scientific innovation and consumer demand for health-first solutions. So you as the health and nutrition professional have a really unique opportunity to guide this evolution by staying informed, advocating for equitable access to nutrition, and leveraging emerging tools for personalized care. So we hope that having the right software, like a nutrition planning tool, will make this just a lot easier for you. Okay, from the 8 key trends we shared today, I am so curious of what's your biggest takeaway. What's maybe one area that you think you're going to focus more on in 2025, or that you're going to continue to research and introduce to your practice? I'll go first. Postbiotics. I've been so focused on prebiotics and probiotics. I'm like, which one was I going to say? Prebiotics and probiotics. And now bringing postbiotics into the picture, like the microbiome is truly changing the landscape, especially for cognitive health. So that's really exciting in mental health. Let us know in the chat. Tabitha, what's your biggest takeaway or something you're excited for in 2025?
Yeah, I really like the nutrition practitioners' focus on supporting those with GLP-1s. I just think there's such a misunderstanding in the general public in terms of how they operate in your body and how, as a nutrition practitioner, you can work with a GP to really help your client get the most out of what it is that they're trying to achieve, get to their goal without sacrificing their overall health. Because at the end of the day, our clients are over here just trying to like deposit into their like wellness bank account and grow it, right? And for things like GLP-1s, those run the risk of actually like depleting it and taking away from it. So without the right support, I think that could be detrimental. So I really love that we have a way to support those nutrition professionals.
Yeah, I love that. And it's so important too, like you mentioned, and watching, going back to that talk again, that any type of nutrition practitioner can support those taking GLP-1s, and the medications. Any medication really is only effective once nutrition and diet also come into play. So whether your clients are taking statins or metformin or whatever it might be, they need that nutrition support to go with it. Okay, I'm gonna bump into the chat and see lots of microbiome interest. Amy says, but people, weight loss is finally something that people feel safe to talk about again. Yes, and so we're bringing into weight loss that's sustainable and like nutritionally supported, and that's where you as a nutrition practitioner is coming in. Annalisa says, love the targeted nutrition for women's health stages and the microbiome. Lots of good stuff here. And knowing that, Elisa says, and knowing that that Clean Life will make it easier to create. Yes. Weight loss for women that experience constant pain and inflammation. 2025 champion, Shirley says, I love that. So yes, thank you so much, everyone, for sticking around with us today and helping us kick off the new year with this chat about emerging nutrition trends for 2025. I really hope everyone found this helpful and you're feeling inspired to create better nutrition plans. I like kicking off the new year with looking ahead, staying forward thinking, and having strategies to support us in the year. And that's where That Connect comes in. While we provide that software for you to achieve all of those goals, we also like to have these sessions to keep you inspired and to create this community. Tabitha, if you could get the community link for the chat as well. If you're not yet part of our community, I highly recommend you join. It's just an awesome group of practitioners to connect with and to stay up to date on any events that we have coming out. We're going to jump into the Q&A very soon, but if you have questions and you need to leave, please reach out to us anytime at hello@thatcleanlife. Thanks again, and we can now head into our Q&A.